Hey you guys, it's Clary Berry. I'm here today to bring to you a very unique reading, Find My Flame Friday. Oh yeah. If it's not clear, I really like alliterations. I always have, okay? Leave me alone. No, so here we go. Just gonna jump right in this one, okay? General reading, obviously, take what resonates. Keep in mind you can get a personal reading down below in the description box. First of all, let's just take a deep breath. It's Friday. Fun Friday. Here we go. Okay. Ooh, yes, the purple has been coming through in the pre-meditation. Not surprised to see the purple and the spiritual side here. Spiritual understanding rising. Do you feel it? Do you feel me? I am bringing you esoteric information, symbols, helping you understand spiritual truths. This is all of the high priestesses we've been getting. This is all the hierophants. This is the going within, understanding our own, because we have our own connection. We don't just need to rely on, say, books or, outside teachers teaching us. Like, those are great. Nature, also great to teach us, but we also have to balance and resonate what is inside of our hearts, what we do feel with our own intuition, because in a certain sense, that's all we have. And, or that's the most basic thing that we have. If we're to have anything, we have ourselves, It's important, your autonomy, your actions. I want you to know every action that you do is important, is spiritual. It is. Every action, it can be. It can be. It doesn't have to be. I don't want to put pressure on you, like you have to be spiritual minded, but understand that really nothing is not spiritual. I want you to understand that everything is spiritual in the right light. Let's just put it that way. Okay? And hold on just a second. I'm going to get something when I show you this. So we have faith in your dreams. Okay, so we have obviously a dream, and our dream here is that we want to find our twin flame. Have faith that you are going to find your twin flame. What does that mean? Now, okay, have faith obviously is kind of a hard thing to fake. It seems on the surface of it, you have it or you don't, but you can cultivate it. You can cultivate it. You can cultivate the faith. You can understand. You can learn more about, watch my Twin Flames Talks playlist, learn more about what the twin flame process is. Twin flames is not something that certain people are selected to do and others are not. People who think that, I don't know, there's a lot of misunderstandings out there. Everyone has a twin flame because it's about spirituality. It's the yin and the yang. It doesn't have to be male and female, but it's a system to take you. It's part of the thing, it's part of the whole deal. We have a match, okay? We team up to get to that next level of spiritual evolution because why? Well, it's obvious because we're all connected anyway, right? We're all connected. Okay. We're going to go with some underlying energy. What is going on? What has been going on? Okay. Feeling like there's some stubbornness here. Okay. So underlying energy. Our drive has been, let's take some extras. Just for underlying, this is very interesting. Okay. So we have been acting in a way that is very, very stable. Okay. It's like safety. Our Venus, this is coming through as a little bit of Venus in Cancer. We've been wanting the safe, wanting the things that are gonna just make us feel secure, and that does take us back to our kind of our old ways and our old relationships. And it just depends on what state you're in, how obviously you're gonna process that energy. Okay. But it's that mindset. You want stability, you want somebody who's going to be there for you and show up for you. And it's obviously important. It's a good thing to focus on. It's a good thing to make sure that you have in someone. Okay. But also it might be saying that you're just not getting out enough, which obviously is a problem for a lot of people that are trying to socialize. But so somehow there are different ways that you can go about putting yourself out there. And I think the communication of who you are, especially if we're having to use like virtual methods to try to get get yourself across to people, basically. It's like, yeah, we all have a lot of leeway, I think, with how we can portray ourselves. So it's being very careful here about what you want to be very careful here about what you're portraying. Okay. I'm getting just a lot of stubbornness. Okay. And this is going to be brutally honest. I'm going to tell you the truth. I'm not going to give you the peaches and cream and da-da-da. Because if you haven't found your flame yet, then that means that it doesn't mean anything. It just means that you haven't gotten to that point yet. Okay. It means nothing else besides that. It's just a process. Okay. It's not necessary. Don't think of it as a race. Don't put any ego into it on that side. Understand that you have control of this process. How fast you find your twin flame based on how willing you are. And again, we've been kind of stubborn. Okay. So it's kind of what's going on is we've been a little stubborn to kind of receive some of these instructions, download these spiritual kind of guides, downloads, so to speak. But however, our communication with ourselves, with everybody, with the divine, like a lot of times just your communication sector, if it's blocked, it's going to be blocked in a lot of different areas. So it's like there's definitely a focus here on wanting to shine your light, wanting to speak a message, but also you want to make sure that you're putting across the right purpose and the right message, because I feel like things are so fast, so quick to change right now, that it's hard to really lock in. It's hard to really make sure that what you want is the right thing for you right now. Okay. So that's why it's kind of this, okay, we are going to, take a step back here. Okay. We're going to change some of these old ways against that just keep on happening over and over and over. This is you thought you changed already? Oh, you thought you've had enough change? Sorry. Here's some more change, on top of that. Don't get discouraged, though, by the change. The change will work with you. If you are in alignment, if you have the spiritual understanding, I guarantee, get my program, you guys. Like, I double dog dare you, triple dog dare you. It goes through the holistic law of attraction, shadow work, and the inner child healing to get you into union with your person fast. It's so inexpensive. It's basically like a tiny little donation. And then you have all of this knowledge that you can revisit. Literally just go back to, you will want to go back to it, because the way, it's, especially with the shadow work, very automatic. Oh, bam, like flip the switch is what I always say. It's what's called the switch work, sort of. Shadow work, inner child healing. Again, I like my acronyms and I like my whatever you call them. Okay, so we're going to get deeper into this, okay? Finding our twin flame. So what is our first call to action, first place to look, first thing to do? What are we doing here? Okay, I'm gonna take 3. Okay, so the first thing we do is look at ourselves. The first thing we do is look at ourselves, and then we think about 2 coming together as 1. Okay, you always start out, so you want this to be a new beginning. You want this to be a new fresh start with yourself. You're not gonna be like, oh, I'm the same old person, now I'm going to have a brand new life. No, you have to understand that your inner change comes first, then the rest of the change will come. But first you have to, I think you really need to know why you want to find your twin flame so bad. Get through the brainwashing and the social conditioning that says, oh, you have to have a husband by 30, or whatever it is, you have to have a person by this age or whatever, Auntie Jojo or whoever it is, like, get over that stuff and get real with yourself long term. If you're gonna make it in this life, it takes a skill to get older. It really does. You have to be able to navigate, you have to be able to be smart, but you have to be able to look at yourself and face yourself every day. Okay, and in a relationship, you don't just have to face yourself, you have to face yourself and this person every single day. Okay, for the long term, I want you to make it till it lasts. We're gonna it's like, it's that phrase popping up. Okay, it's they don't make it like they used to. Why don't things last anymore? They're made with cheap quality ingredients or supplies, right? So it's that if you don't make it cheaply, don't do this, don't set this up, don't start this again, don't start this new cycle with anybody until you go and get real with yourself. Getting real out here, y'all. We're getting deep. Okay, know every single relationship, the relationships you have with money, the relationships you have with God, the universe, whatever your higher power may be called or labeled for you. Did I say your money, your sexuality, your how you come across to people, all of this, your work energy, like everything social, everything dealing with any relationship that you will ever have is directly stemming out of your relationship with yourself. That is so freaking powerful. Do you hear? I know you know this already. You already know this. This is just a reminder that I'm speaking to you. You already know this. It is so important. You can't even quantify this in your life. But especially important for the 2 of you to find each other, for your spiritual person. And again, for you to understand, that's why I say first originally go to the Twin Flames Talks playlist, because you will get the truth about what twin flames really are, how this is a spiritual process. This is not some gimmick. This is not some, we're special. People are weird. They have different understandings. And I'm here to tell you, this is our process for evolution. Okay, your dreams to find somebody is put in your heart for a reason. We're not born to be like, our lives are literally ruled by love. Like all of our reproduction is love. It's it is what it is. Relationships are a vehicle for us to not only know ourselves, to experience ourselves, to enjoy life at a deeper level, to be able to get all these great things, the miracle of life in general, like all of it is there within the love, because it's the most powerful thing. Okay, It is the most powerful thing. And the second most powerful thing is being able to conquer yourself and be able to know what you're doing, be able to know where you're going and know who you are. Know yourself as a spiritual being, because if you forget that, you're going to be lost. You will be lost. Okay? So using your relationship to go deeper into your own spiritual knowledge of yourself, that's part of what it is. Your relationship takes you deeper into your understanding of all of life, all of love, all of yourself, and all of your relationship. I mean, it is what it is. Okay? Things are changing. It's like, hang on for the ride, for real, for real. It is a crazy ride, but it's fun. That's what makes life fun, is the thrill, right? It would be so boring if nothing interesting ever happened, right? You want to try to always have that optimism. Always have that optimism, okay? As you're going through that ride, like, if you are willing in every moment to really accept that moment and to say, yes, I'm right here. I'm right here. I'm willing. I'm open. Give it to me. Give it to me. No holds barred. The whole world is yours. Do you need a home? Do you need a state, a country, an identity that is steeped in politics and social conditioning? Or do you want to evolve? Clear. So let's look at the traits that we're going to look at for a person. We're going to take 2. You want to specifically stay open, and also this is not just be on the lookout for, but in your manifestations. Be sure to consider how this speaks to you. Okay, these are very intricate, very, very deep. So obviously, we're going to be looking for somebody who is very, very, deep. Doesn't have to be like complex, complicated type of deep. Connected type of deep that has that openness to, the feminine side. And this is bigger picture. It's almost like it's gonna hit you over the head because this person is so, they're so they're so amazing. So it's less like, being on the lookout for them if they're out there, but just like shining that light within yourself that is going to match a person like that. And remember that this person may not be even quite where they want to be. If you're not quite where you want to be, they're probably not quite where they want to be, which is okay, because it's a journey. Again, not some kind of a race, not anything. This is figuring it out and having a good time on the way, honestly. That is literally, look at the beauty in this card too. I just want you to see this, because we noticed this. I mean, probably people notice different things, but the groundedness and the rootedness here, and the openness, the vulnerability, okay? Oh, and just the heart, okay? But also the connectedness. Every single layer, beautiful card for real. Every single layer of connectedness. There it is, And that is the meditation. That is the affirmations. That is the giving, to the homeless person on the street and going on a walk and staying connected and, I'm getting like drinking waters from springs, and like being as literally connected as humanly possible, as natural, doing the natural living, natural healing, making sure that every single thing you focus on is worthwhile. If you're not helping people literally right now, what the hell are you doing? There's so much opportunity. There's really, again, and it's so much everything. It's like helping people helps ourselves. And if we are comfortable with ourselves on one level, we're going to be more comfortable with ourselves on another level, okay? And that's what it's all about. We are gearing up for major change. I cannot say that enough, you guys. major change throughout the rest of this year. And I wouldn't be surprised that you do find your flame this year. No bullshit. None at all whatsoever. Because these are powerful cards. And the fact that we have all, like, these are all major arcanas right there. You know, and these two came out right next to each other. It's like, hold on tight for the ride. But again, the deeper you can go, this is clearly like shadow work too. It's like the connectedness within. This would be your, you know, connectedness to earth here. And this would be the outer, your connectedness to like the sun. Okay. The world, I mean, they're both earthy, but it's outward, and it's also Mars. So with this Mars energy, you know, we're going, doing. We're wanting to create. We're wanting to communicate. We're wanting to communicate who we are, communicate our understandings. Okay, and that is one of the best things you can do here. Be who you are, speak who you are, whether I'm getting like literally speaking, podcast, sharing, use your voice. Your voice is wanting to speak out. And a lot of times when we do these videos, if you guys know, I've been doing videos for, gosh, how long have I been vegan? 6.5, going on 7 years this Christmas time or New Year, whatever. Yeah. So that long I've been doing this, and it really helps you. It's like therapy. Even before I was in tarot, it helps you grow. It helps you almost kind of track progress. It's like there's a lot of different benefits to it. But speaking your voice in general, making sure to communicate, you know, communicate your any way that you can share about your new identification process with yourself and your new, like, I'm going to say there's going to be some healing and any, you know, part of this new beginning, new look at yourself, you know, going within to help you with your outer relationships. Like when you do this work, it'll help you. When you do the shadow work, excuse me, it will help you with all of your relationships, not just your twin flame relationship. This is very yin, very receptive. Okay, but it's also then, bam, coming back through with the yang. Knowing what to do after you've gotten connected. Get connected first, go within. This is, shadow work here, of course. But this is also like going into deep for the inner child healing. So I highly recommend getting the program down in the description box below. This is going to help you pull your person closer to you. Your energy, and I can attest to this, especially your twin flame. Other people you do this with also, but especially your twin flame. You will actually, if sometimes, maybe not every time, you will like have this period where if you're really perceptive, I don't know, you can like remember like a time where your energy starts to intermingle almost before you even start talking or meet. And it's hard to explain, you know, it's one of those things that's just kind of out there, but it is, I mean, I've seen it in numerous different books, talked about in numerous different ways. It's like a spiritual calling card. Your energy actually goes out and intermingles before you physically meet somebody. So like in the case of me and my twin flame, and I think a lot of twin flames, it's like that, oh, I've already met you, you know, like I know you because our energy actually met up a little bit before. So, okay, let's look at blockages. So what is blocking you from being able to have your person with you? Okay, so we have these all in reverse. So I want you to know, I'm about to get chills right now. This is very important, okay? Very important. Okay, I'm gonna take a drink over here. My throat gets dry. Have faith in your dreams, okay? There's doubt coming through, okay? Why do you doubt yourself so much? Do you believe that certain things can't happen for you? Are you chained to some kind of belief? Okay. Are you stuck? Sometimes it's materialism. Okay, it can be addiction, but it's conquering it. Okay? You have to, you know. And there may be, some sort of addiction to sadness perpetually. It can be that. It can be like a addiction to sadness, but it can also be almost like just to drama in a way. I think is a good way to kind of describe that. Okay? This is really, again, really, really important. What is going on over here? Okay? We have 2 kings. So there's a lot of ego. Okay? There's a lot of talk here without a lot of walk. Okay? There's also letting things bug you. Because, okay, if I'm doing a tarot and a bug flies in that's a sign too in and of itself. Because what the hell? So something is bugging you. And it's bugging, I think you're almost like getting on your own nerves in a way here. In some certain way. And if you are, pay attention. Don't run from that. Don't smother it. It's telling you something. Okay? This is thoughts and emotions. This is our inner side that is trying to speak to us here. But it's like we're covering it up. We're making... I'm not farting. It's the ball. I swear. This is taking it to a real level. Taking it to where somebody... Not necessarily doing things for other people, but just taking it to the real, keeping it authentic. Not doing things for other people, not doing things for other people's approval. This is being true to yourself. You've got to be true to yourself. Oh my gosh, I should take that drink. Now I've got the hiccups. Being true to yourself. Your thoughts have to be in alignment with yourself. Your thoughts can't be working against you. Like your one side of yourself, your higher self is going to be like, go, 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 let's do. I've got all these great ideas. Let's go and sing this song, tell this story, blah, blah, blah. And then your lower self is like, rah, 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 rah. I'm pissed off. You know, like, meh, meh, meh. Meh, meh. Okay, like we don't, no. You know, like we've got to get everybody on board working together, believing that we can do certain things. Okay? It takes a spiritual, it's a spiritual and it's an emotional maturation process. Okay? Learning, just evolving, getting more mature. Okay? Again, in that you have letting certain things go, being willing to let certain things go. Being willing to let certain things, again, if you're doing any kind of complaining on a regular basis, like, oh, you know, this is my life, like make sure and watch things like that, how you speak, even how you think. What are you, what play, the tapes play in our heads over and over. What tapes are you playing? And I was going to say, what plapes are you tang? I think that's what I was going to say. Again, so we have this purpose, and it may be that your purpose that you've had is a little bit like, ooh, okay, this might not be exactly where it was. You know, like maybe we want to shift. Maybe we want to switch things. Wrap up a cycle and move on. Okay? That's just how it's coming through. Okay? Be sure and listen. And sometimes you can listen and come back. Okay? I want to look at solutions. Is it saying 6? Yes. 6. Is that 6? Can I count? All right, here we go. 6. All right. Oh my gosh. This is pretty cool. So, make sure we're all good here. Going long as usual. I can't help it. I love you guys. I just have to hang out with you guys and make extra long videos. But it's okay because you guys are supportive and I know you're listening. Let me know if you're listening down below. Also, let me know what your guys' signs are because I love, especially people who I know are coming back and watching videos over and over again. I love to know who I'm dealing with. It just helps. So it helps me be more connected. Okay, so all of which, this is what we need to do. Remember, we have a voice. Remember, we talked about the voice. We need to speak our truth here. Speak our truth about what we've been doing. And how the hell are you going to speak your truth about what you've been doing if you haven't processed what the hell you've been doing correctly? This is a new decade. So essentially, you should have wrapped up your last decade in a nice tiny little package and have no baggage or drama from the last decade, right? I'm sure we're all to that point, right? No. You're like, no. Okay, we've all got that baggage. We've all got that drama. It's cool, okay? Take it with you. It's useful. It's not like, oh, let's pretend we don't have any. That's gonna work. No. If you are gonna be with your person, you've gotta come with what you got. You can't be being like, oh, catfishing, like, oh, I don't have any drama. I don't have any baggage. Oh my God, there's like literally a bug on my nose. I don't know where these came from. I've never had bugs in my room like for the longest time. Anyway, so this is why something is bugging you. Something is bugging you. It really does come through like that. Or maybe something's bugging me. But remember, that's just shadow work. You gotta check yourself, okay? So anyway, we're going along with our dreams. We're going along with our dreams. We're going along with our baggage, okay? Let's just remember that. We can't just be like, oh, we're going to leave our baggage here. It doesn't work that way. So again, working through before you can get to the point, like, again, all the things that bug you about yourself, you've got to find out, why is this bugging me? Why is this doing this? Because if you don't have everything but love for yourself, then what, how are you going to accept love from someone else? It's not going to happen. There needs to be, again, this kind of, it's a mental connection with the understanding of what you believe, but then it's also this emotional anchor too in this connection. It's like, yes, we do not only want this, but we deserve this, and we're going to get it. Because that's what it says. It actually says that in the Bible. Believe it. It basically says believe it and you will achieve it. We've learned this in The Secret. This is connected. Okay, this is deep. But remember, you have to be on a certain level. You can't just be like, oh yeah, I want like $50 million, take over the world and, like do whatever you want, man. No, this is like real. Like you gotta be real to really do anything with this. You know what I mean? Okay. So our solution is absolutely to sing your song, be yourself, okay? And really get deep with yourself. You have to get into that understanding of who you are and what you truly, truly want on that deeper level. What is truly, truly going to make you happy, okay? You have to be honest with yourself about that because it is a long road, okay? And living with people can be difficult, when you want to make sure and basically choose the right person. So if you are secure, the more secure and the more confident that you are within yourself, you're going to be more willing to not settle, for one, which of course is like rule numero uno, do not settle here. You do deserve pleasure. You just need to raise your understanding in your whole body. All of our cells, all of our DNA need to be like, being like, yes, I deserve pleasure. I deserve this, and not screaming, I deserve pain, I deserve pain, I deserve pain. Because unfortunately, that gets into our cells. That gets into our energy level, okay? It becomes part of our story, part of who we are, what we've done in the past, all the things we've learned. We conquer it, we do the best we can. We literally do. But sometimes like, well, if you shouldn't even had to go through that in the first place, probably had to cope with it with some skills that didn't process fully correctly the best way. That's why people go to therapy. That's why we come here, and figure this stuff out. Okay, it can be deep. It can be a lot of change. It can be really deep-seated change. Changing your story is big in itself. Changing who you are, there's a lot of positive, we have this Mars energy, positive, independent action, okay? Our Cancer and Venus is wanting us to be secure. We kind of are feeling, it's like that underlying connection. We rely on that and use that as a source of power. So think about how strong your relationship is. Any evidence that you can find to support the idea that your relationship is strong. All the times you got back together, all the times you made it through this or that argument, all the times you thought it was going to end and it didn't. Use that as your power. Use it to build. Again, faith is not just something that, comes to you and you have it or you don't. You cultivate it. So just do more of that, okay? Let me know if you want a personal reading. Much love, many blessings. I will talk to you guys very soon. Peace.